Now I'll discuss about reading a file line by line and reading a file all at once and highlighting its differences. It's a very easy question, possible question for the internal. So, reading a file line by line is how can we handle a file, or how can we open a file? Like, how can we, like, after opening the file, how can we read the content of the file line by line? So we have to give a file handler first, and we have to open the, like, we have to use open keyword to open the we have created test.txt, and it should be in a read mode. So because we are reading the content of the file, not writing, so we have used one file handler, that is file, and we have opened the test.txt in a read mode. And to read the content of the file line by line, we just have to use for loop. For line, in line is a keyword. Line is a iterative variable through which it will iterate through line from the file. So print, then we are using just line dot strip. Strip is a method which will just skip the new line character, even if for example we have the new line character here, here and here. So it will skip all the new line characters, and it will just give, it will read all the content of the file at once. That is a small example. If the file is large, this is like the great example to read the content of the file line by line, just by using a for loop, for iterative variable within a file handler, and iterative variable dot strip. Strip will remove the new line character, and we remember to close the file dot close. Wherever you are opening the file, you have to close the file, or else you just have to use with keyword in the top. If you are using with keyword, you don't have to use close. So after this is an example for reading a file line by line. And I'll just give the comment here, a reading file line by line. Yeah, so after this I'll just give the example for reading a file, reading the entire file at once. We can use the built-in method which the Python provide. In this you have to use dot read or dot readlines. You have two alternatives. Same thing, we just have to start with the file handler and open it. Will not use file dot close. We'll just open it with keyword open. Then the file, which file dot test dot txt, within the read mode, because we are reading here, then the content will be what file will read all the content at once just by using the built-in method print. Those content will be printed, and we have to, yeah, we don't have to do anything because we don't have to close the file because we have used with. So here is a clear example for reading a file line by line just by using a for loop and the strip keyword, strip method, because we have to escape those new line characters. And here is the example, here is an example for reading the content of the file all at once just by using read line, read or read line. We can use both option. Here I can provide you the same thing, the pipe character. This is file dot read lines. This is another method, another approach for using for reading the content all at once. So the clear differences, so the memory usage in read by line will be low as compared to the reading all content at once, and file size will be, like, it should be when it will be used when you have larger file size, because you have to read line by line. If you have, like, if you have larger files, then you have to read the content of the files line by line. And if you have smaller files, then you can use just all the content of the file at once. Method, here we are using for loop, and within this we are just using the built-in method read or read lines. And processing, here one processing at a time, one line will be processed at a time, and here all at once. Efficiency, which will be efficient, more efficient, this will be more efficient because the memory usage in this will be very low, one line at a time, and this, it is less efficient. We cannot rely on this because if we have larger files, normally we will be playing with the larger files. At that time this solution will not work. So here is a clear difference based on memory usage, file size, method which we have used, processing and efficiency. So for the next question, stay tuned and watch the video.